Who's doing the intro?
Why didn't you say one? I thought my internet was bad and cut out the one. What the heck? What the heck?
Okay, so he was doing it. So he was doing a countdown, and the internet sort of crashed on him, and we couldn't hear him say
did
2 or 1.
Did hyperbeam say one or not?
I couldn't hear it. Anyway, hey everybody, my name is Zeus11125, and I'm here with
Me.
Hi.
Oh, she came out as soon as what the...
She was waiting to make a dramatic entrance.
No, actually, I just didn't get the notification.
Notification?
Not.
But
Weasel's
go on,
like
keep
Weasel's.
thinking of a mastermind.
Okay,
Maybe
so
you are. I mean, you have 1.2k subs, and I only have 18.
Joey, subs do not indicate
No, you don't.
brain.
5 less than ACS.
Anyway, yeah. Hey, I'm ACS, and I'm here with other people who are.
Wait, were we supposed to discuss this? I'm Mega Buizel EX, but you can call me Procrastination EX because my procrastination is always super effective.
My procrastination is my strongest ability.
And Joey's internet is currently on the fritz.
My internet? What do you mean? I hear you perfectly fine.
That the same cannot be said for me when I'm talking about you, but it's okay.
Big.
I think we can work in these conditions.
The world.
If I were to make it in, it's almost as if we're in like a rickety old house that just is about to fall over. It's like ACS. One of the sides of the house is just completely gone. Yeah, we can work in these conditions. ACS, I can hear it crumbling. Yeah, we can work in this. It's fine.
Oh god.
And that is the podcast.
It's fine.
This is what I
So,
call
yeah.
a podcast.
So yeah, this
So are we
is.
gonna talk about something, or are we just gonna let Weasel talk about Bandit or Jetta or our...
Actually, let's just let Weasel talk first because let's just
Let's
just let her
people.
vent.
But I don't have anything to vent about. Today has been rather pleasant so far.
Fine, we'll trigger
But-
trigger your abilities of angerness. Super Mario Logan.
Bandit.
PPU. Death.
Oh, yes! That gives me something to vent about.
Oh no.
I hate it how people like to say, oh, like toilet jokes are juvenile. And yes, I agree, but they also forget to acknowledge that adult jokes are also juvenile. Like, how is it any less childish to laugh at, like, horrible swearing and blood than it is to laugh at a toilet? It's like, they're just as bad as each other.
You go into the
And
bathroom
Super
and just
Mario
start
Logan
cranking
is
up.
just lazy, and that it just says offensive stuff all the time, and it expects you to laugh without actually delivering it in a clever way.
Not to mention that pretty much 90% of the episodes feature the same exact bland characters. Like, I get that pretty much everything has mostly the same characters, but at least they...
But like all
At least
the videos
it's not-
that they make are the
most
same.
of their characters
Just
are...
the
Yeah.
same formula over and over.
90%
With
of-
slight
Like,
differences.
actually, all of them, sure. An annoying-ass bitch character as their star. It's just... And they always act like an annoying bitch out of the situation. Because, sure, the situation can be interchangeable, but, like...
The
It's
situation
still
can be
fucking-
interchangeable, but it's still
Why?
the same
Because how
formula
fucking
over
annoying
and
every-
over again.
Like it's like, oh look, Junior's a brat. Oh look, Jeffy's an idiot. Oh look. Oh look. It's the
You
same
can
thing.
change out the lines, you can change out the scenario, but it will always end up being very similar in structure. And I have a
You
feeling
can-
that that's also
You
one
can
of the
change
reasons
out
why
which
he's- why
furniture I'd
why he
fucking
stayed around for
break
so
just for the
long.
hell of energy.
I also hate those popular channels that make videos that are so needlessly long. Like, if you're gonna make a long video, fine. But make sure that it's interesting all the way through.
Let's make
When
a
I
1
was
hour
starting in the
rant out.
Pokemon Plush
They kinda won't
community,
let me back
I
into
thought
their
that I
place.
just had a short attention span, because whenever I tried to watch a Pokemon Plush Universe video, it would be 10 minutes of something that could be accomplished in 30 seconds.
Exactly.
Just needlessly
Like-
drawn out.
We need
Like,
to build a
yeah.
lemonade and sell lemonade. I mean, not build. We need to build a lemonade stand, sell lemonade. 10 minutes later, we did it.
It's like, I don't get
No,
how
it's
how the fuck they
it's
do
like
it. How-
no, they would
how do you
establish
build
they would
so much
establish
low quality without not having content at all. How
There was Joey in that analogy. They would establish that they need to make the lemonade stand. Then they would show each individual part of building the lemonade stand. They would do a skit where they need to buy the.
Effort.
They would
talk
yes.
about how they're building the lemonade stand.
They would
for
do
10
a
minutes,
skit
then
where they need to buy the
would
lemonade,
jump
and there's a
cut,
guy
he
who
wouldn't
steals the
actually
lemonade.
be a
They get it
lemonade
back,
stand.
but it serves
They
nothing to
would-
the plot outside of to waste time.
Well,
and
I know
slow the
for
pace down.
experience that it doesn't take 10 minutes to dig a hole.
except it does.
According to my
hole.
dog, it only takes like 5 minutes to dig a hole.
Takes like 10 seconds for me.
Anyway, back to run about SL. I hate how he's like, okay, I'm not funny whatsoever, so I'm just gonna break a shit ton of furniture and a shit ton of
Now I
plates
gotta censor
and,
this.
and hope
Thanks.
and pray
Wait, I still
that my
don't care.
6-year-old fan chuckles.
I don't for my money because these plushes aren't expensive enough. I know what I'll do. I'll go to IKEA, buy a whole bunch of furniture, and destroy them one by one.
Wait, is this something that I'm not getting because I stopped watching Super Mario Logan a long time
I've actually
ago?
realized something about Logan that's actually fairly interesting. Is that
What?
you know how he has his team? Well, there is one person on that team who has been there since the beginning, and it's actually the main reason why Super Mario Logan is so bad, I feel. Because while Logan himself is not exactly a very good person, I can trace back a lot of what I hate about him to his older brother, who introduced him
Exactly.
to basically everything. He was the one who came up with the Black Yoshi character, which was the series' very first
Annoying
character who's
character.
basically just there to be an offensive stereotype for the sake of being an offensive.
Let me guess,
Just
he's an offensive African-American stereotype.
Yes,
Yes.
voiced by a white guy.
Oh my
Despite the fact
gosh!
that they have a black guy on their team to voice the character now, but no.
It's like
He also created
No,
Jeffy, I
Toad-
think.
Toad gets the.
it's like I've said this before, but I'm all for like offensive content. But if that's all you do, then or if that's the premise, higher thing.
It needs to be handled in moderation. It
like,
needs to be
the
given.
joke-
It needs to have purpose.
racist.
Yeah,
racist
it needs to be. At the very least, you need variety.
Fair.
Because you can sum up Black Yoshi's character in a few things. He likes fried chicken. He likes playing Call of Duty. He says
likes
"full" a
Kool-Aid.
lot.
I was forced to watch the video.
He plays on his Xbox and he shanks
And
people.
it's like
That is his
and
character.
literally every.
This
And
reminds
most
me of,
and the
like,
funny
those
part is that
annoying
most Super Mario
YouTube
Logan characters
parodies.
have even less
Like-
character than that. How do you
Also,
define
his older
Mario in
brother
Super
voice Jeff. Fucking dumb.
Oh yeah, no, he does, and that... What else does he voice? I think he voices the guy who has all the money. I don't remember his name.
Oh yeah, that bit.
The
The one Muppet.
Lo-
guy.
Logan's older brother voices a lot of characters. Like in the early days, that was basically some other character that was
Oh my
voiced by
God,
Logan's
Mike's
friends
voice
because
just disconnected for like 10 seconds and then reconnected.
basically almost every time they needed a character who had a lower voice, Logan's brother was the one to go to. And unfortunately, that's a very big problem because Logan's older brother is sort of an asshole. So
Not to mention that his fan base is absolutely unbearable.
yeah,
Even when I still tolerated his content, I admitted that his fan base.
there is one.
actually
Yeah,
can't.
the thing is, the one thing that is worse than Super Mario Logan himself is the fan base around him who not only treats him like a god, but also views him as the messiah of all plush videos. And anytime you make a single plush, you're bound to encounter these guys in comment sections.
Like, here's the problem that I have with Super Mario Logan's offensive content. The fact that the fan base is exclusively children. If you want to make offensive animated content, fine. If you want to make, offensive gameplays, fine. But you probably shouldn't make offensive content that is specifically geared towards children. You
And then
aren't
he
going to see any adults
bitches
watching
about how
Plush
his content is getting age restricted. Like, oh no, it's not like you're completely ignoring the fact that literally anyone who watches your videos is children. So we're gonna stop those children from watching your content. Is that okay? We're gonna make sure only adults are these adult jokes.
You see, it's funny because I remember a time when my 4-year-old cousin came into the room and said, "Hey, watch this," and I was like, "Oh, what is it?" And he started playing the Duck Song 18+ edition.
Oh gosh.
They got to a 69 joke, and I was like, no, and
Yeah.
I'm taking your iPad away. And then he started screaming and throwing a fit because he wanted to know what that joke was, because he's an adult and old and can
my brother who watches SML fucking worse than like the rest.
Oh my god.
Dumbass. You fucking. He's literally fucking.
Buizel can relate on this.
Yeah, right in my fucking room just because I started ranting about his false eye. Now he can't.
Stealthy, I'm not gonna edit out every time you said those words that I don't want to say because I'm a Christian boy.
Except yeah.
So I think Buizel can relate on this one, but annoying. But
My
when
siblings aren't that bad. It's just that sometimes they can do some things that really rub me the wrong way. I mean, I like them in general, mostly.
here's the thing, naivety is one of those things where you don't really understand that what you're doing is wrong at the time, and then you get older and you see somebody who is that age doing something that at the time you thought was right, but now you're out of that mindset and you're like, oh god, why would anybody do that? Thank god I didn't do that. And then you think about it and you're like, oh wait, no, I did do that. Oh god, why did I do that? Thinking back on things that your younger self did in retrospect with all the knowledge that you have of an older version of yourself is a very interesting thing to do.
When I actually recorded a Roblox playthrough and uploaded it, yeah.
Scary times.
Dark times.
My brother stood out of the hallway for a good 2 minutes just to eavesdrop on this conversation.
Seriously?
Yes.
He's like, I
I'm just
have to know
imagining him listening to this right now and saying, "Oh crap, they're onto me."
I have to hear the juicy secrets of the Pokemon Plus community podcast. They're gonna say some things in there, and it's gonna be great because we make quality content.
Yes, unlike us.
We make quality
100%
content.
quality.
And you know what? I'm gonna go on a rant. I need to think.
I'm pretty
what
sure
rant
this
am I
is the
gonna go on?
laziest content that we've ever made this year.
Wait,
A
guys,
podcast?
let Joey go on his rant. I need to hear what a Joey rant sounds like.
So-
I've never heard it before. Wow, it sounds like silence.
It's really quiet.
Really
It's like,
quiet.
Joey
like,
rant about
it's
something.
cool.
When Joey gets angry, he doesn't rant. He just sits there in silence with this angry look on his face.
How do you know?
Except in this case, he doesn't even have the angry look. He's just.
I'm
How
kind
do
of
I
just
know?
sitting here in silence, listening to the rest of you have fun and talk, and then I'm like, you know what? I'll just leave them to,
No,
speak over each other
Joey,
and
you
stuff.
contribute.
Yes.
Joey, contribute.
Okay.
I'm giving you an opportunity.
So, the community is dying. That's what I'm gonna rant about. The community is dying. For some reason, PPU was holding this community on some sort of bar, and when PPU just left, he kind of just dropped the bar, and the community just like started getting less and less popular. And okay, so yeah, the community kept getting less and less popular, and honestly, it just makes me mad and sad that that guy was holding up this community, and
It makes me very sad that PPU was essentially the mouthpiece of the Pokemon Plus community for so
It's just
long.
because he was the biggest icon, and now that he's gone, a lot of the smaller people
It's like,
don't
I wish-
really-
or maybe that's it,
Like,
but it's
I wish-
also probably the fact that Weasel is currently the biggest icon in the community besides Sock. Both of them are dead. Sorry, Weasel.
We all know what happened to Sock.
Yeah.
I don't.
I think I'm just gonna say it. Actually, wait. I made a mistake.
That one Sock. Let's see.
Moving on.
4.4K.
Moving on.
Last video 8 months ago.
Are we just gonna sort of passive aggressively rant against soccer?
No, we're not gonna rant against Sock. Sock's a good person.
You know what, either we keep it do we keep it public or do we just save the rant for another pod?
Whatever.
I don't know. We could just title this podcast, the community rant.
No, we're just gonna.
So while we're on the
We're gonna title this.
let's talk about it.
Let's
talk about
title
a
it
very
More
common
Work for Joey. Yeah, that's right.
We still need to rant
Joe-
about something else.
we can call it Joey the Slave.
For now, I'll say about Buck. One, I wish he uploaded.
Joey the working
I'm
class.
getting
Or
paid.
at least I wish he had uploaded. And two, I wish he had given more. Like,
You guys are paying me an exposure here.
it's like the closest thing to an actual video which he's actually endorsed. Like, he hasn't said subscribe to anyone on any of his on any of his videos besides Yokai Watch.
I never said subscribe to myself.
Remember, guys, to leave a like and subscribe.
Subscribe to ACS
No.
Funambies. He's the only
It's
one
like-
who wants you guys.
No, actually subscribe to ACS right now if you haven't. Because
Yeah,
he
subscribe to
makes
ACS.
I'll take you all
content
in.
at a constant length, he's
Okay,
a good.
can I make a rant? Because I finally realized
YouTuber really.
something. I finally realized something about that an issue that exists with my videos that actually was something that Buizel was talking about earlier, and that is length for the sake of length. When I was making my newest video, I made an attempt to only do scenes that had a purpose to them.
Like,
Because
okay, no
I
offense, but
find
your
myself-
Pokemon playing the snow video.
Yeah,
Me.
I find myself a lot trying to either turn it sequences into this can
Like,
be
your latest
a
video
thing.
was really, really good. I applaud you.
The issue, yeah, it's like essentially it's to give an idea of what my mindset basically goes. It's okay, so these characters need to do this thing, but what if instead of just cutting to them having done the thing, what if I make a segment of the video entirely dedicated to that thing? Wouldn't that be fun? No, it's not fun. It's filler, and it's also kind of.
Yeah, I feel like
stop.
the problem with a
It's
lot of
like
Pokemon Plush
it's like-
videos is editing. A lot of people
ACS
just
videos are the
assume
type of videos
people watch the
which
video
that you fall asleep.
Videos are the type of video
So
which
long.
I feel for a minute like I want to
I'm
stop
gonna name
watching,
this video
but
Everyone's
then
Talking Over
for
Each
that
Other.
entire minute I don't stop watching, and then like 10
every
seconds
video.
later something comes up that I was like, oh yes, I'm glad I didn't watch.
Weasel, what were
All you gotta
saying?
do is
I'm
skip-
sorry,
all you gotta-
Stealthy and ACS were both talking over you, but technically you were talking over both of them, but then everyone was talking over each other at the same time. Why do we do
Okay,
this?
let's just let
Weasel just do it.
Weasel's turn to talk.
Why are you guys trying to get me to talk?
Because you're never here.
Because we need to take turns.
No, it's like
I just think that
No, it's-
you make an effort to keep the attention of the viewers the whole
like-
way through the video.
no, it's,
You're the
you
most
weren't
popular
really-
one here. You're the only one
like-
who could save us.
because we talked over you. Your turn. We're sorry.
Yay.
One of the ways
Oh
that
my-
you can keep the attention of a viewer is to keep music playing. It's sort of a mental manipulation
Holy
sort of
shit!
thing.
Yes, it's like
Where if you don't hear music playing in the background, you start to lose interest. And
it's like
I know that
when
there
I
are
used
times
music the first time, I was like, I watched the video. And, what did I not think of this before?
Any recommended
why
songs
didn't
for
I
the
try
podcast?
this music thing? It's
I mean,
another thing that you can
And again,
another
I
thing
did
that
a
you
fake
can
video.
But what songs would you guys recommend?
Probably
Like,
just
only
songs
take
from
songs from Pokemon Super Mystery Dungeon and no other game. That's how you.
I
I
would
use a lot of Super Mystery Dungeon
I
music.
don't.
Like,
I would actually recommend using mainly remixes of songs because
No, only
I just
Pokemon.
feel like it's
Only
nicer than listening to a song that's been synthesized
Use
by
anything
some
that
sort of
isn't
system
Pokemon.
sound card. Because I am so tired of hearing 8-bit songs in plush videos. No offense to you, Joey, you use the Mario theme. I'm sorry, but they don't make a scene. In fact, they're actually kind of irritating to listen to because they were designed for a game where you
it's
are
like when
interacting.
they're
When you're not interacting with anything, the song sort of
When they're-
starts to lose its.
when
and you
they're
just
old,
sort of-
and you know there's better options out. Like
I don't
I mean,
like to use remixes because they were made by other channels while the game
It's like- It's
I
like
mean, what
with
would you
remixes, you
rather
have
have?
to
A
with
channel
remixes
being
you have
mad
to
at you
credit
or a company being mad
with
at you?
remixes you have to credit the individual as well as the Pokemon Company and Nintendo. Well, if you just use their OSTs, you can like, hey, Nintendo's fucking awesome.
Hey, just remember, Nintendo made this, not me. Hashtag I don't own anything.
Please don't sue me. We're all
Please no sue. It's gonna be a weird
Nintendo
day
gave me a
when-
copyright strike for including a Z move in my video. That was
Oh, we all
the
remember that.
worst moment.
They do that with everybody who uses a Z move in their videos. Because God forbid we have Z moves in videos. God forbid anybody who hasn't played the games yet sees a Z move. Oh no.
Then a friend figured
How
out that
dare-
it happened, and we were doing a Pokemon battle. It's like, hey Joey, I'm gonna give you a copyright strike.
Hey Joey, guess what time it is? Is it copyright strike? It's copyright strike time. Oh, not again. This is the third time this week.
Anyway, like back.
Can we-
Anyway, we got
can we
way
just-
off topic. Back.
Can we just title the
It's like
Z
the-
moves all
Let's
collectively?
rant about our
They
videos.
lose your channel move.
Subgap between Sock, Puke, and pretty much the rest of the community is like it's way too big.
Stock is 4.4k, and I think the second most that I can think of is Buizel at 1.2k. That's a 3k difference.
And then I have
Actually,
like
hold
400.
on. Let me get my device pulled up so I can look up the statistics.
And then like the next biggest channel I can think of is Mr. Pikachu Buy with less than a little less than 300.
Actually, let me check
Stealthy, you have 400.
you Stealthy, because I think you. Yeah, Stealthy, you've surpassed him.
Surpassed 2.
Bye.
I surpassed him along.
Speaking of Bye, when was the last time he uploaded a video?
Looking it up now.
Like five,
Mr.
3,
Bye.
2 months ago, I think.
He has
Let me
294
check.
subs. Oh, a month ago.
You're getting close to. You're getting okay. Everyone subscribe to Mr. Pikachu Buy so he gets 300.
Oh, I never subscribed.
Let's all subscribe.
Oops, don't tell him.
Wait, he doesn't even have 300 yet? That's weird. I thought he had more than that.
Yes,
It's
294.
like fortunate.
95 now.
Like if he uploaded, probably. But like,
So while we're on the community again, let me talk about a little thing called making voices different. It's not all too hard.
Oh, yes.
It's something that I struggle with personally too. I mean, how many times have you heard this voice? Far too many times.
I think
Far
the
too many
problem
times.
with me is
What?
that my voice is so high pitched, as you guys know, so I can't make it much deeper. So when I do make it deeper,
My voice
I just
is
use a
perfect
voice
range.
editing app on my phone to make it sound deeper.
I think we all, every single one of us, look back at our old videos in shame when it comes to the voice acting because we
Yeah.
didn't know how to do
It's like,
voice
I have
acting.
like-
because I have no old videos anymore.
have like
Well, Joey,
5 different distinct voices, like extremely distinct voices that I can
I
do.
think the reason I only have 18 subs is because oh, how many do I have now? 18. Is because
you deleted everything,
Wait,
buddy.
18? I thought, what? Wait,
well,
what?
on my plush channel.
He-
On
Plush
his
channel.
plus channel.
Because say it with me now. Procrastination.
I had to make a plush channel because people were finding my main channel, and even though when people did find my main channel, they didn't care that I made gaming videos because that was popular. So I switched to a plush
Oh
channel
my.
for my plush.
I think we all have distinct
Flax.
memories of the days when gaming videos were still the biggest thing on YouTube.
Well, my
They're
first
still
video is
big,
called the
but
best
they aren't the
Gen
biggest-
6 Legendary, the last episode of the Pokemon Talk series. I don't want to talk about it.
Pokemon Talk. He doesn't want to talk.
talk about it. I mean, talk about it.
There's a lot of things that you can give as advice to anybody who thinks about something. Namely, make sure that you don't need to have 1,000,001 plushies. You just need to make use of what you have and make sure that you have a good variety of Pokemon. Just
With a variety of... Now, everyone, I would just like to say that personality is important.
When I started,
personality is indeed
when I started
important.
my
His characters all had the exact same voice and the exact same personality.
when I started
All of them
out
are
my
dead.
channel, I had when I started up my channel, I had plush again. And I mean, let me do some real quick.
So guys, I
Yeah, Nick- yeah,
realized that
there's-
the video is actually gonna finish much quicker than I expected. So, do you guys want to keep going to like a 40-minute mark?
Yee.
Weasel?
Wait, what?
Weasel's just
wait,
like,
I
we're
spaced
just
out
talking,
there.
and then Weasel's like,
I didn't space out. I didn't know what you meant.
I don't know what you want from me.
I
Like,
mean,
if you have,
we
like,
can go.
You want my house, my money? Because I don't have any.
I don't have any food left. You stole it all. What more do
ACS, you
want?
eat my shirts.
But anyway, I have
Karen,
to
you
go
all-
eat dinner, so guys, remember to eat food, and I'll see you guys.
Oh, wait, Stealthy died.
Another thing that you can do that I wish I could do because I don't have any sewing skills, but something that Weasel as well as several others have done is to make the plushies more distinct than they already are. Just put articles of clothing on them. You need to always be you always need to be cautious of making sure that the articles of clothing look good. But a
Yes,
scarf
a
scarf
coffee.
here, an armband there doesn't hurt.
Is Stealthy
If anything, actually, they make the plushes look a little bit more distinct because, oh come on, how many times do we see the exact same plushes in plush videos just because released and everybody can get their hands on? The answer is too many times. Whenever I see a unique plush in a plush video, I go, oh my god, I need that. Which that's actually a plush
Wait, I
video.
don't think, did I use the 8-bit Mario theme in that video?
Yeah. You ever notice that when if you're watching a plush video, at some point you'll see a plush that you go, I really need that. I think that plush videos act as a sort of window shopping, where you go, oh, that toy looks cool, I want that one.
And then you're just like, hey,
Like-
where'd you
like-
get
Even though
that
we're, like,
toy? Oh, it
teenagers.
was a gift.
It's like, honey, we heard you wanted a Luigi. No, I want that specific Luigi.
I don't know why it matters, but okay.
It's because you idolize. It's something that I do, where it's like I idolize the person so much, and I idolize the plush so much that I build it up in my head as I need that one specifically. I don't want any other version of a character. I just that specific for no
Wait,
other reason
can I
than
just, what happened to Stealthy?
his brother probably came in the room and was like, "I heard you talking about the time that you talked about my iPhone."
Well, I guess I'm gonna have to edit a terribly edited gravestone right on top of Stealthy.
Rip.
So guys, I'm drawing a picture of Gudra right now. Should
Oh,
like
Gudra's
I
nice.
love myself, Gudras.
Okay, so I would recommend you rephrase that, but Gudras are nice dragons. They remind me of the Gudra line. Reminds me
they're
of
not
the way that
dragons,
Dragonite
though.
looks.
They are, but they
Gudra's
aren't
probably my
dragons.
favorite dragon type.
Yeah,
really.
like I said, Gudra reminds me of how Dragonite looked, especially in the face area with the eyes. The eyes are very similar.
Gudra
It's
looks a lot
basically
more
just-
unique than
I never
Dragonite, in my
realized that,
opinion.
but I
It's
don't
got
care.
more of a
Even
thing.
though Dragonite
Dragonite-
is,
Yeah.
Dragonite. Gudra's adorable and it fits its look, and I like Gudra.
Yeah, and even then, Gudra's evolutionary line makes sense because, come on, we go from a blue serpent that's already 6 foot long to a even bigger blue serpent that's like 13 feet long to an orange dragon with wings that is like 7 feet tall. Wait, what?
Wait, Teeny's 6 feet long?
Gen 1's evolution line were weird sometimes. And that's saying nothing of the Gengar line. I mean, do you want to talk about ball with gas or face with hands? I mean, that's sort of what the Gengar line is when you really boil it down to its bare bone basics.
So I guess we should take
Yeah.
this time to plug in the Pokemon plush community. Because, the Pokemon plush community hasn't
well, we're
been
gonna-
as, thriving as it used to be. And we kind of want that because we are plush tubers. So yeah, please join the community. Make the videos. That one. Yeah, upload it now.
Doesn't matter if they're trash. Most of them
Like
are
mine.
anyway.
It doesn't matter if they're trash. You have fellow trash people. You can join.
I am plotting something, guys.
Don't worry.
And if Super Mario
worry.
World is anything to go by, your videos can still be trash and you'll still be successful.
Don't worry about being successful. Don't worry about being good to start, because none of us were good to start. We had to figure out how to get things to work, and eventually it just sort of started
I still
working.
need to figure out how to get things to work.
And even then, sometimes, like in Breezel's case, we regret the choices we made to get things to start working.
Yes.
Also,
I mean, I have a few regrets of my own.
yeah, let's take this other time
Never
to plug in
forget.
ourselves. I'm Hyperbeam Gaming, also known as Stop Motion Weasel, and please subscribe to my channels. This is ACS Sweatnam, the dragon.
He exists.
He exists.
Exist in my own little void.
Stealthy, as we know, is currently dead.
But is currently dead, but he'll come back with it. Which I actually thought the Stealthy Subtitles channel was dead for a little while. I thought that he had gone the way of Sock. But turns out no. He was actually very alive and plotting something very new, which actually was the PPC. So we have him to thank for that.
Yeah, our sarcastic.
Thank you, Stealthy Septile.
Thank you, Stealthy Septile, for making a group
Thank you,
Discord.
Stealthy Septile, for having a
making a group-
98% chance
Well,
of
no.
not watching up to this point. Because you're dead. Okay, so,
Having a 9.
Hey,
We're
if they'll watch
grateful.
an entire Pokemon Plus Universe video, they should be able to get to this point.
I don't think many people do watch an entire Pokemon Plus Universe video because
Yeah, they just comment nice because they can't actually say anything that they liked specifically because they didn't even watch it.
I mean, here's the thing. With even the worst Plus channels have characters that you can tell things about. Tell me one distinct and defined character in Pokemon Plus Universe history.
Of course, Pokemon Plus Universe himself, and I mean, constantly
He-
asks for money.
His character arc is really deep. It's the arc of realizing fame, not being able to live up to the hype, and slowly going back down into the dark realm of doing nothing but Rocket League.
Yes.
Rocket League.
And then everyone stopped watching his videos.
Pokemon Plus Universe, or it's Jacob as he's known in the dub. The anime is the best.
There's this
Somebody-
kid that I hate named Jacob. Yeah, he sucks. And now I just realized that since some of my school friends actually know about this channel, there's a good chance that they might eventually find their way to this video, and then they'll tell Jacob what I said about him. If that's the case, Jacob, you suck.
Roasted.
If that's the case, let me take this
And I
opportunity.
don't care about your Power Rangers show. Well, just don't like.
Follow your dreams, kid, but don't follow them that hard. Learn
Yeah,
to
learn
grow
to
up.
have actually decent
And
dreams
then-
that are gonna actually come true one day.
Says the person that plays with toys on camera.
Look at me. I play with toys on camera, but I have more dignity than you.
Yeah, like that. That's quite the accomplishment.
I have more subscribers
I
than
think-
whatever his name is.
You see, here's the thing. I will always commend Weasel for having an actual like container to hold all the plushes, because I've seen that thing. It looks nice. It's a nice piece of furniture. You get a window to see all the plushes. For me, I just sort of stack them randomly around my room, and that causes problems while filming because I need to make sure to not get all the plushes just scattered around the room in the
I just
shot.
have a huge bin for all my plushes that I put them in.
I don't like to put them in bins because I can't because I like just the convenience of grabbing them off the shelf and not having to go, okay, which bucket is my Pokemon in? I mean, I've seen you with that, Joey. I've seen you go, I can't find this Pokemon. I guess I'll have to film with this one. Oh shoot. I have to close my mic quickly.
I dropped my phone.
Quick,
Okay.
improvise.
I do lose plushes in my bin. I lose them a lot. I have like 7 bins because I have, not 7, but like 3. Because there's so many plush I have. I have generally a lot of plush. I don't have anywhere to put them, so I put the main ones like kinda just like, you know, in this like thing I have. I kinda just put them there so I know where they are. And then when I'm looking for a less important plush,
the N-word? Someone say the
No, okay, now I can take this terribly edited gravestone off Stealthy Septile. I'm probably not even gonna
What the
I'm probably not even gonna edit a gravestone on him, and I'm probably just gonna make that a joke.
I was gone for
No, you say you're gonna do it, and then you edit some text that says
Stealthy's back from the dead! The dead walks to Earth! Get your machine guns! We have to snipe the
Machine
zombies!
guns? Who
This is
uses
bad.
those in a zombie apocalypse?
Get right-
I use
Guys,
very
get ready to-
dangerous
guys.
I guess this is a voice chat, it's the talking dead.
guys, get your diamond swords ready. We're about to go
Guys,
to
get your weaponized fidget
I
spinners
already-
ready. We're gonna throw them.
No!
Oh god, it's even worse. Don't make me remember that. Wait, Joey, we talk about how good 2016 was, but that is one part of 2016 and more so 2017. I
Let's
don't
talk about
remember.
the times of 2016 is where the Pokemon plush community flourished and thrived.
If I have a feeling that one of the reasons why it flourished was just because of all the stuff coming out since it was the 20th
Let's take a
anniversary.
minute to remember the good times.
Yeah, that might.
I mean,
Yeah.
I can't remember anything.
in this part of the video, just make a
Since like I was like the only
in this part of the video, make a montage of slowed down footage of plus videos from 2016 with the recorder
No,
version
wait.
of my life
Just
of my
make a
heart will go
montage
on.
of all the
Okay, I
comments asking
definitely
where
will.
Pokemon Hotel is, completely unrelated, but just to drive the point home that I am sick of them.
Weasel's like, please, I have a life. Stop contacting me. If you want Pokemon Hotel episode 8, make it your own yourself. I'm leaving.
Wait, can we?
We've-
Someone already made the Pokemon Hotel. So
I mean, Weasel, we actually talked about this. We actually talked about I think it was on a voice chat where one of us just needs to make the video for you, and then just everybody dies. The end.
yeah, someone just do that.
It would make people, or maybe you make it and call it Pokemon Hotel Episode 8 ? Exclamation point. And it's just like, once upon a time, everybody died. The end.
Like
I'm done with this
just
series.
say, I was the murderer the entire time.
Why would you say that? Because this is being written in 5 seconds.
Yeah, Mime Junior says because this is all purely improvision.
Because this was all a dream the entire time.
Kind of just sitting here being quiet.
Oh my god.
And then Veneri wakes up and says, "Wow, that was the worst nightmare I ever had."
Wow, that was the worst nightmare I ever had.
I think we should end. Okay, wait. Record the ending part.
We are
plug our
going to
channels.
eliminate. We are going to eliminate Fortnite from it eventually.
Guys.
Replace it with
wait.
Minecraft.
My thing's
Eventually, we will
muted, that's
purge
why.
our. We will.
Yeah, guys. Record the ending part.
So yeah, that's basically our
Wait,
thoughts on
I just
everything.
want to quickly show you the Goodra picture that I just finished.
Okay, do it. It's the premiere. It's the premiere of the. Okay, that actually, your style works really well.
For me, but
There you go.
it's good.
Let's finish it off with this Goodra picture. If you guys enjoyed this video, please like, subscribe, and share this video with a friend.
It is cute.
And with that being said, I'm
Don't
Hyperbeam Gaming.
remember
This is
to go-
ACS Stealthy Septile Mega Weasel, and we're signing out. By the way, forgot to mention art by Mega
Hooray.
Weasel EX. I'm gonna edit that in the beginning of the video.
Go to her DeviantArt.
Were you planning to
Go to-
steal
said
my
I'm
work?
gonna edit into the beginning of the video. Don't worry about it.
Okay then.
Weasel's just like the part is just titled Joey.
Definitely Joey.
The
100%.
question mark
Stop lying.
explanation point. And there's just. And there's
Oh
just,
yeah, it's great. really,
I
really
just
great.
got my Julian pen back, so I'm trying to, check if that's working. Anyway, so with that being said, we'll see you all next time.
Wait,
Bye.
there's one more thing I need.
I'm gonna